The first thing I do is we bolt down the fixture so the pin is centered to the hole. So what I do is I have a bushing over the pin, and I bring the pin and bushing down into the hole till it's located. Then we bolt these down tight. So that's the location. Slide the bushing off. So now I know that every test the pin will always hit the proximity sensor in the same spot and nothing is moving. Proximity sensor's in the center, it's spring loaded. Alright. So the next thing we do is we set up for the different material thickness. If we're running 4 mil material, I'll set up a gauge block at 4 mil, and we'll put it in top until the pin touches. And then I'll set an indicator at 0 and we zero our test. This was set up at 4.4 mil, which is up here, so we've already zeroed it. And we set that with a gauge block. So every time we run a test, we put in the material and we bring down the pin to the 0 on the indicator, and now I know I'm on the top of the material every time. We zero our computer, and then we can actually measure the distance the material is traveling, because the material deflects down as well as goes into the material. The next thing I do is we take a card, or first I'll touch the proximity sensor with the pin, and you'll see the display says 0. Now to calibrate, what I'll do is I'll bring it up a little bit. And we will take a simple business card, which I've pre-measured. It's about 2.28 mil, and we just get a reading here, and we're seeing about 0.25 mil. So 2 we measured at 0.54 mil, and my display says 0.54 mil. 3 we measured at 0.87 mil, and my display is at 0.85 mil. So 0.02 mil is about 0.8 of a thou, which we feel is close enough for this test procedure. Next thing we do is we set up our material. Typically what we do is I put the plate on, hold it down with my fingers, take a screw, tighten it till it stops, tighten it, and then we just snug a little tighter. Then we bring down the pin to the 0 on the indicator, which essentially is top of material. We've already pre-selected our test to stop at 1200 newtons. So Linda will now zero the computer. So we want to just show here. So now on our computer we've zeroed the pin. So once we start our test, the computer will display how far this pin is traveling. So Linda will now start the test. And you can see on our display our newtons are going up. And once we get closer to 1200 newtons, you can see the display from the prox sensor gives us readings. So, our test is up at 530 newtons right now. You can see we're showing 1.6, 1.5 is going down. We're at 850 newtons, 900, 1,000, 1,050, 1,200 newtons, and you see our number was at 0.59. So our test is now going up, so the number goes up, but we take the lowest number, and that is the distance from the tip of the pin to the proximity sensor at 1200 newtons.